Welcome back to another episode of SC Mobile Season 19 Management, and it is the review. But we did finish. We started off some offensive tactics, so we're gonna go over that, and we're gonna do. Let's see. I think we can do a top five. Yeah, we've got a top five for sure. Yeah, we've got at least a top three. You know what? We'll do a top three. No, we can do top five. Yeah, we got top five. So we're gonna do top five in terms of offensive tactics in the free position. Right now, we are working on the organized. We haven't finished it quite yet, but we're almost through. But so far, there's been five standout ones, and we're gonna go in order of the way they were tested. So the first one that actually worked for us was this. And this was free. So as you guys see, this tactic got us 12 wins, 8 losses, and 10 draws. So we got 46 points from this. Pretty good. 40. We won 40% from matches. Pretty good as well. And we scored 40 goals in 30 matches. Goal difference of 9. So honestly, more of a defensive tactic because we only conceded 31 in 30 matches, but it did well offensively. So if you're looking maybe an offensive tack that kind of helps you defensively, that could work for you. The next thing we're gonna go to is the one that is pretty much the next two we're gonna show you are the front runners, and what I mean is these are the two that we probably would use. So this tactic did wonderful. Surprisingly enough, it got me 53 points, so that's really high in terms of the scale. We won 50% of our matches in 30 matches, so scoring, 15 wins in 30 matches, pretty good. But the scoring is where it gets interesting. We scored 52 goals in 30 matches. So as you can see, this tactic has a lot of goals in it. Now, one that I feel like a lot of people actually use this tactic, so this is one of the tactics here. It's a very popular tactic I found out. But yeah, once again, we did win 50% of our matches with this one. 51 points, and we did have scored 49 goals. We did concede 45 goals, so yeah, it's a very high scoring, but you also will concede goals with it, to say the least. Next, surprisingly, or not really shocking enough, it's just this. This is one of the tactics that's close to what we used at the very, very beginning. I think we used this but organized, but yeah. This tactic, we only won 40% of our matches, so not as high scoring, but 49 points as well. We only had 5 losses in 30 matches, so pretty good. And we scored 46 goals in 30 matches as well, so very good attacking wise. We also only conceded 33 goals, so good attacking and defensively. So really balanced tactic there. So if you feel like you need balance, that is one of those that I would suggest. And then finally we have simply this. We won about 40%, 47% of our matches with 14 out of 30 wins. 50 points, pretty good. We scored 53. I think this is the most we've scored with any tactic in 30 matches. So, scored 53, conceded 43, so not bad at all. So, yeah, those are the top 5. But, to be honest, this is a seasonal review. So, because as you guys can see, there's only 3 hours left. And the squad is going to change pretty dramatically in about 3 hours. So, we're going to give our season review of how the season went. So first off, in terms of just winning percentage, and we're going to go to the team, because why not? So, in terms of winning percentage, we had a just about 31.72% of win matches, so not really what we want to see, to be honest. It's a little bit better than last season. Last season we had 29%, so there's definitely been an improvement and with the tactics. So the tactics did help us out because obviously we're able to have more stable tactics, better win percentage. In terms of the players, there were a couple stand-up performers that we're gonna mention. We're gonna go through each individual rating, but in terms of standout, in terms of awards, so Player of the Month, Henry retains his title again. He will be the captain next season. He's gonna have a lot of work to do next season because we've got a heavy hitter coming up top. But in terms of Henry, he will retain, like I said, 158 man of the match. I think that's the most that anybody's hit. Yeah, it's definitely the most that anybody's hit. 158 man of the matches, 10 perfect ratings. And second was Jota with only 109. So it shows you how much of a game changer Henry was. However, funny enough, Jota had 9 perfect ratings, and Hamzik as well have 3 of them. So, I mean, Jota, a big game player as well. Funny enough, Henry scored 3 hat tricks. Jota scored 8 hat tricks, so the goals came in bunches, which leads me to the Golden Boot, and of course, the Player of the Month, and the Golden Boot, winner was Henry with 442 goals, and I think we played a little less than 1,200 games, so that's that's more than 1 goal per 3 matches, so I mean, insane. Jota as well did eclipse 400 goals with 404 goals. But lastly, we have the Playmaker Award, and that goes to, no surprise, our number 10, Hamzik. Great creator, 250 assists. At the end, kind of ran away with it. And second was Henry. But now, the more important thing is, I want to get into the ratings, and then we'll talk about players who are going to be leaving. So, first off, let's get into the ratings, and we're gonna start from lowest, and we're gonna work our way up. I think that sounds good. So, lowest, no surprise, the keeper, Van der Sar with a 6.21 rating. Not great, but then again, funny enough, throughout this entire season, for the first time, everyone had a positive difference in last season. So last season was horrible, like I said. This season we bounced back a little bit better, so we're gonna improve next season, hopefully. And Van der Sar was the key part. Van der Sar a little bit better, a 6.21, not great, but I'm sure we'll get better as time goes on. Next up was Mascherano, and as you can see, I've already taken away his training, so it kind of gives you away that he's not going to be returning next season. But Mascherano with a 6.28, again, a little bit better than last season, only not much, but a little better. Did his job, got a lot more goals than I thought he would. I think he got 5 goals, which I think is his most in any season. He also had 10 assists, so, not a bad way to go out, to say the least. Next up, we have his partner in Desailly. And to be fair, Desailly, a 6.3 on the mark. Again, a little defensively, probably not as good as Mascherano, to be honest. I don't think it was defensively as good as he was. But in terms of goals and assists, definitely way better. Desailly, 19 goals, 18 assists. Was a threat on set pieces a lot of the times. So, yeah, he definitely helped us out. Next up, it is the right back, Maicon. Funny enough, he had a 6.34, and right above him was his counterpart in Davies. So both of them did a pretty good job. Maicon, I think, had how many assists? 19 goals, 85 assists. But Davies had 13 goals, almost there, 99 assists, just one shy of 100 assists. That would have been good for him to get. I will say their assists are inflated because they did take corners. And as you can see, Davies probably is a good corner taker, but that might change in the future. Next up, we have Rodri. And like Mascherano, as you can see, no training. Kind of tells you that he's another guy who's getting displaced. So, Rodri, a 6.51 to go out. But, you look at, 72 goals, 108 assists, 19 man of the matches. He was a problem. in a good way, in a good one. He was a threat in breaking up play. He was pretty good there. I mean, again, really helped out this back line in transition and was able to chip in with goals and assists a lot this season as well. Really stepped up, and it's a good season for him to go out on. Then, next, we have Chanukoglu, who probably will also get displaced as well. And he had a great season in terms of GA. 191 goals, 176 assists, 54 man of the matches, and he had a rating of 6.68, just a little better than he had last season. Oh, I guess it was that time. Yeah. Cool. Yep, it is that time. Yeah, it's reset time, so. But either way, getting back on track, he did have a 6.68. He was one of the only standout performers last season, so this season he just barely improved, showing his improvement. But like I said, he probably won't be back next season. And again, a good season to go out. But let's look at his counterpart in Peeler, who had, what can I say about this, guys? 191 goals, 173 assists, 59 man matches, and the team ran through him. Let me tell you this. He was the heart and soul of this team. Honestly, I probably shouldn't make him captain because this guy is the epitome. Biggest difference in terms of biggest boost to the squad in terms of last season to this season. 0.21. Last season came in, didn't have the greatest season. This season came in and showed his class. My goodness. The heart and the soul ran through him. He was the playmaker. He picked the ball from deep. He got it forward. He chipped in with the goals, assists. Anything you wanted, he was there. This card, run. You talk about a midfield general. You talk about a guy who ran games. He ran games. But yeah, where would it be without him? That guy, insane. Moving on to our number 10, Hamsik, and to be fair, good season for him. A 6.9. Good from last season as well. He was really impressive in terms of GA. 278 goals, 250 assists, 98 man matches. He was a machine. He could chip in goals when he needed to. He was also able to provide the most assists. Like I said, what more can be said about him? But moving on to our attackers, to the strikers, to the goal getters. And first up, we have Jota. And Jota, I'm going to take a little time on this because of what he means to the club. First of all, his last season was his best, well, not his best season goal scoring, but in terms of his impact, 404 goals, 211 assists, 109 man of the matches. Like I said before, 9 perfect ratings. I think he had a average rating of 6.96. And then on top of that, let's go over his career because he's had a magnificent career. So Jota leaves this club. He's played 4 or 5 seasons max? Yeah, he's played 5 seasons at the club. He has scored 1,615 goals. Assist-wise, which is the highest goal scorer for the club, has one shy of 800, so 799 assists. Second in that category, and first in man the matches, in 493 career man the matches. He leaves as the top. He leaves as the, player of the year, the guy with the most career man the matches. He was a game changer in every sense of the way. He also leads with the most hat tricks, with 19 career hat tricks. What can we say about him? He has been such a player. It's unfortunate that we do kind of have to move on for him, but I promise you, the guy that we are moving on, let's just say he's going to be a game changer. So next season is going to be a very interesting season, to say the least. But finally, we have the player of the month, the Golden Boot winner. This guy, big game player, Whenever we need him, Mr. Consistency. Could always count on him. His pace is electric. Thierry Henry, 442 goals, 229 assists, a rating of 7.02, I believe. Let me check. Yeah, 7.02. I mean, this guy could do everything. Whether it was going down the wing, crossing the ball in, whether it was beating defenders on pace and scoring goals, or whether it was picking the ball up, dribbling past 2-3 players, and absolutely lighting it up from distance. This guy did it all. What a player he's going to be. And I can't wait to see him next to the striker partnership that we're going to have, because it is going to be electric, to say the least. And we're going to have two icons playing up top. It's going to be a good season. But there you have it. Season 19 in a nutshell. The one thing I do want to go over is the passing a bit. So we started to kind of track our passing just to see like what positions tend to be the highest. What positions do you need the highest passers to be? And we've kind of found out there's two positions. Your CDM and your cam. These two, in terms of passing, they're going to be your most electric. We actually figured out that Henry had the most completed passes, but I also do think a lot of that's from kickoff, so, you know, the stats could be inflated quite a bit. But one other guy we do have to get, like I said, this guy will never get enough credit for what he did this season. I could talk about him for days, but he would never get that credit. He did. I mean, it's spectacular what he did. But there you have it. Season 19 in a nutshell. I know we haven't been able to put as many videos out there as we would have liked to. But it has been a struggle in terms of finding tactics that work. But trust me, we are getting there. And we'll probably at the start of season 20, we're going to have at least 1 or 2 videos. So we're on the upward trend in terms of tactics, and I don't think it'll be too long before we have a definitive tactic for you guys. But anyways, that's going to be it for this season. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in season 20. Peace.